Hello class 7. Today we will complete the third chapter, elements, compounds and mixtures, and today we will talk about, or rather we'll discuss the exercises at the end of the chapter. On page number 33 in the textbook. A. Tick the most appropriate answer. Okay? The first one, which of the following is an element? The options given are sodium chloride, NaCl, FeS, iron sulfide, CO, carbon monoxide, and the last one, D, that is copper. So obviously copper is the element, because sodium chloride made up of two elements, it's a compound. Iron sulfide, FeS, it's a compound. And CO, carbon monoxide, it's a compound. So the answer would be, for the first one would be D, Cu. Question number 2, which of the following is a compound? Okay. Sodium chloride is the answer here. The first option, NaCl, it's a compound. It is made up of two. What is a compound? A compound is a pure substance made up of two or more elements combined together chemically. Since sodium chloride is made up of two elements, sodium and chlorine. So therefore, sodium chloride would be the first option, would be the correct answer. And iron, carbon and copper, as we know, these are elements. So we go on to question number 3. Which of the following is present in rust? The options are A, sodium, B, oxygen, C, carbon, and D, hydrogen. So what is rust? Let us understand. Rust is an oxide of iron. Okay? Rust is an oxide of iron. So therefore, rust will have iron and oxygen, and a little bit of, it takes place in the presence of moisture. So therefore, sodium, oxygen, carbon and hydrogen are the options, and the correct option is B, that is oxygen. Which of the following is a mixture? What is a mixture? A mixture is an impure substance made up of two or more elements or compounds or both mixed together in any proportion. So that is a mixture. So the options are common salt, copper, sulfur, and the last one is muddy water. So answer is D, muddy water. The first option, common salt, we have already discussed, it's a compound. Copper and sulfur, they are elements, and the last one, muddy water, is a mixture. So D, muddy water, is the answer. Which of the following is a homogeneous mixture? Question number 5. Homogeneous mixture. Let us understand what is homogeneous mixture. A homogeneous mixture is a mixture in which the components are uniformly mixed together and the composition is same throughout. That is called a homogeneous mixture. So the options given to us are A, iron and sulfur, muddy water, air, and the last one is petrol and water. The answer is air. Air is a homogeneous mixture. But anyway, if we compare the air in Kalimpong and air in Calcutta, there might be a difference in the composition. But air in Kalimpong, actually, they are homogeneous. It's a homogeneous mixture. Anyway, so air in Calcutta, if we talk about, or Siliguri or any other place, is a homogeneous mixture. It may differ from place to place, but in the same place, it's a homogeneous mixture. So the composition and the properties are same throughout. That is a homogeneous mixture. So the answer is the option C, air. Iron, filling and sulfur, it is not a homogeneous mixture. Muddy water, obviously it is not a homogeneous mixture. Petrol and water, since petrol and water are immiscible, they cannot be homogeneous mixture. So it has to be heterogeneous. Which of the following is not a solid mixture? Obviously it is iron filings and sulfur. The options are given: salt and water, chalk powder and water, sugar and water. Those solid mixture. Both the components are solid, so there obviously it is iron filings and sulfur, the first option given to us. Question number 7. is, which of the following can be separated by sublimation? Now, what is sublimation? Sublimation is a process by which solids directly change into gas when heated. So some of the substances that you have to know. To answer this question, you have to know the names of some of the substances which sublimes on heating. They are camphor, naphthalene, ammonium chloride and iodine. Some of the substances that we must know. So obviously the answer in this case would be naphthalene, because sugar, sand and salt, they do not sublime on heating. Now we come to B, fill in the blanks. So the molecular formula represents dash of the molecules of an element or compound. So the answer is molecule. The molecular formula represents the composition of a molecule of an element or a compound. So the answer is composition. Mixtures are either homogeneous or heterogeneous. So we discussed about homogeneous mixture. Now the answer is heterogeneous in this case. So let me tell you what a heterogeneous mixture is. Heterogeneous mixture is a mixture in which the components are not uniformly mixed together and the composition is not same throughout. Question number 3, a compound which is made up of 2 or more dash. So a compound is made up of 2 or more elements combined together chemically in a fixed proportion. So it is just elements, 2 or more elements. Elements is the answer. Question number 4, the change of solid directly into vapor state without passing through the liquid state is called sublimation. The answer is sublimation for question number 4. Now fill in the blanks. Question number 5, liquids that mix with each other and form a single layer is called miscible liquids. Miscible liquids are those which mix together properly, like alcohol and water, they mix together. Milk and water, they mix together. Juice and water, it mixes together. So it's a miscible liquid. Now what is immiscible liquid? Immiscible liquids are those which doesn't mix together, like petrol and water, oil and water. So they are immiscible. The answer to question number 5 is miscible liquids. Next, the separation of a mixture of miscible liquids by distillation is called fractional distillation. The answer is fractional distillation. The last one in the fill in the blanks, question number 7 would be dash is used to separate complex mixtures such as colored dyes from ink. It is chromatography. It is chromatography. So chromatography is used to separate complex mixtures such as colored dyes and ink. Now we come to true and false. A compound is a substance made up of 2 or more elements. It is true. Question number 2, a compound is always heterogeneous. Obviously, it is false. Compound is always homogeneous. The property of a compound is always same throughout and the composition is also same throughout. Therefore, it is a homogeneous mixture. The answer to which is false. A mixture consists of molecules of 2 or more substances in any proportion such that they undergo a chemical change. It is false. The answer is false. We come to question number 4. In a mixture, each constituent exhibits its original properties. Correct, it is true. The property of the components of a mixture does not change. It remains the same. Question number 5. A mixture is said to be a heterogeneous if its constituents are uniformly mixed and it has the same properties throughout. It is false. The answer should be, actually it should be, a mixture is said to be heterogeneous if its constituents are uniformly mixed. It is homogeneous actually. A mixture is said to be heterogeneous if its constituents are uniformly mixed. So it is false. Question number 6. The formation of a mixture does not involve any change of energy. True. Question number 7. The process of sublimation is used in a large scale to obtain common salt from seawater. It is false. The answer is not sublimation. It should be actually evaporation. Therefore, the answer is false. So, the last one, question number 8. Fractional distillation works on the basis of the difference in the boiling points of liquids. It's very, very true. So if you want to separate the mixture of miscible liquids whose components have different boiling points, then the process of separation of two miscible liquids is fractional distillation. Now we come to the last question on objective section. Match the following. D. Match the following. Number 1. The question is immiscible liquids. The options are sublimation, chromatography, fractional distillation, condensation, separating funnel, and evaporation. Obviously, the process used to separate the immiscible liquids is not the process actually, it is the apparatus used. It is separating funnel. Next, miscible liquids. Miscible liquids, if you want to separate, we use the process called fractional distillation. So the answer is for miscible liquids is the answer C, fractional distillation. Colored dyes, obviously to separate colored dyes we use chromatography. The answer is B, chromatography. Next, seawater. Now if you want to separate the constituents of seawater, we use evaporation. So the answer would be option number F, that is evaporation. And the last one, when we talk about ammonium chloride. Now, ammonium chloride is a substance that's sublime on heating. So obviously the option is A, sublimation. So with this, we come to the end of the chapter, and this will be followed by in the offline class, it will be followed by the question and answers. Okay, so I'll be uploading some notes on this chapter, and then we complete the entire chapter. And the next chapter we would be doing now is atomic structure. So I hope you enjoyed the class. Thank you very much.